In this video, we will show you how to replace your front strut assembly on this Honda Accord. This is part of your front suspension, and it's located inside of your front wheel well. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. Safely raise and support the front of your vehicle so the wheels are off the ground. Once you've done that, continue on to removing all 5 of your 19mm lug nuts and then the wheel. We'll be making our way to where the strut connects onto this lower forked area, which leads down to that control arm. Use a 14mm to remove the pinch bolt. Give it a quick inspection and set it aside. The next thing you'll want to do is use a pry bar. We're going to come along the back side of the knuckle. Right where that pinch bolt was, you'll find that you have 2 ears. Try to get in between those 2 ears and gently separate them. Once you have it separated, use some penetrant in this area. Let's continue a little further down on that fork, where it connects to your lower control arm. You'll find that you have a 17mm headed bolt that comes through from the front, through the control arm, all the way along the backside of that strut area. Use a 17mm for both sides. Let's get this out of here. Now we'll remove the bolt by driving it out from the rear towards the front. A quick inspection and we'll set it aside. Now we can start driving the fork off of the bottom of the strut. There we are. Let's make our way up inside the engine compartment. You're going to be removing 5 mounting nuts. You'll find that you have 2 12mm nuts and 3 14mm nuts. Do not touch this center nut right here. Inspect the mounting hardware. As you remove it, replace it as necessary. There's that one. Reach down in here. Give that a wiggle and we can pull it down and out through the wheel well. Inside of the wheel well area, you might have to push down on the knuckle a little bit to gain access to be able to pull out that strut. We'll be pulling it down diagonally towards the rear. Once we have it down low enough, we can fully remove it. There it is, friend. All right, let's get ready for the installation of our brand new front strut. Let's start bringing this up through the strut tower into the engine compartment. We'll start on those mounting nuts. Now we're only starting these on. We're not going to tighten them yet. Inside this area, you might find that you have to pull down on the lower control arm a little bit so you can align the fork with the lower aspect of the strut. Just wiggle this around as needed. Slide these 2 pieces together. Once it's aligned, go ahead and tap it into place. Start in your pinch bolt and torque it to 32 foot-pounds. Now let's continue on to the lower bolt. This one will go through the lower fork, through the lower control arm, and out through the backside. Once we've done that, we'll continue on with our 17mm nut, snug it up, and torque it to 47 foot-pounds. At this point, we'll continue on putting pressure underneath the lower control arm, being careful not to damage our lower ball joint stud. What we need to do is apply pressure in the upward manner so that it brings the vehicle into the original ride height position. We'll use our 17mm to snug this bolt, and then we'll torque it to 47 foot-pounds. Remove the support from underneath your control arm. Reinstall your wheel, start on all the lug nuts, and then torque them to 80 foot-pounds. With the wheel on the ground, we'll torque these in a crisscross manner. With the entire weight of the vehicle back on the ground, we're going to continue on inside the engine compartment. Snug each one of your mounting nuts. Now we'll torque the larger nuts to 37 foot-pounds. And the two smaller ones to 16 foot-pounds. Okay friend, we showed you how to do one side of your front strut. The process for one side of the vehicle will be the exact same thing as the other. Aside from that, make sure you get yourself a 4-wheel alignment. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.